Ted. He's excited because he also has a show on Peacock. And it's executive produced and directed by Seth MacFarlane, brought to us by our very own UCP, Universal Content Productions. You might notice on the left behind Ted, production bungalows. But in the earlier days of our studio, the production bungalows were dressing rooms to some of the biggest stars in Hollywood who worked at Universal. Now as production bungalows, some of Hollywood's top writers, directors, producers work inside the bungalows to come up with ideas for a script. That would be pre-production. You get everything ready. Production, you're filming. Post-production, put the project together. In a moment here on the left, there'll be an opening between the bungalows. At the opening, look all the way back, you'll see a globe with Elphaba, the witch from Wicked on it. Where the globe is, that's Mark Platt Productions. They're going to bring us part one of the movie musical Wicked in theaters November 22nd with Cynthia Erivo. Say on the left, famous bungalow,
What up, Jepson?
5195. Left side, 5195. Many years ago, that bungalow used by the great director, Alfred Hitchcock, the master of suspense. He directed classic movies like Psycho. Now the last two sound stages on the front lot, also on the left, they're in the back of this complex. In the back on the left side, stage 25, used for the NBC comedy Lopez versus Lopez, starring George Lopez and his real-life daughter, Mayan Lopez. Third season premieres October 18th. In the back on the right side, we have sound stage 26, which has been used for a new NBC comedy, St. Denis Medical, which will premiere November 12th. Now, we're going up the hill. If you look to the left, that's the Metropolitan sets. The buildings are facades. Front and side of the building, nothing inside or on the back, a facade. We can't get in there today because they are doing some pre-production, but we're headed up to our newest version of King Kong 360 3D. Please have your glasses ready. Please hold on to all your personal belongings. Please remain seated at all times. Here's the Academy Award-winning director of Universal's 2005 film version of King Kong, Mr. Peter Jackson.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up an adventure. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times.
Now, Peter Jackson's King Kong stars Naomi Watts, Adrian Brody, and Jack Black. The movie won Academy Awards for the sound and the special effects.
The island. Nobody's lived here for hundreds of years. We're so sure.
Welcome to Skull Island. and gentlemen, King Kong 360 3D. That epic battle was projected on some of the world's largest digital 3D screens, standing over 40 feet tall, 180 feet long, and it utilizes some of the most advanced technology in filmmaking today. If you have not yet taken off the protective glasses, please take them off now. Put the glasses in a safe spot. We may need them later. Thank you for doing that. You know, in King Kong 360 3D, we saw a lot of dinosaurs. We love the dinosaurs here at Universal Studios. I'm happy to report the new era of our Jurassic franchise set to begin July 2nd, 2025, when in theaters we open Jurassic World Rebirth. Boy, it's going to be very exciting. Now, this is exciting also. We're taking you back toward the Metro sets, getting you a little closer to this location. Notice on the left another big open area. That could be used as a base camp. Wonderful place for a base camp, especially if you're going to be filming in the Metro sets. We try to use every available inch on the studio lot for projects. Opening up now on the left, we have London Square. We call it that because the buildings could easily be a parliamentary structure for a scene in a movie or a TV show. You know, London plays a big role in the story of Dracula. Dracula starts out in Transylvania, but then ends up in London, England. Well, now we not only love dinosaurs here at Universal, we also love the monsters. Please take a look up on your screens.
Thou shalt rise again.
This is the creation of our monster mural by artist Tristan Eaton, honoring the great horror characters of Universal. Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, Frankenstein monster, Creature from the Black Lagoon, and the Wolfman. The finished mural is over here on the right side. Tristan Eaton used 54 different colors and over 800 cans of spray paint to create the magnificent monster mural. After you get a good look at the mural, I'm going to have you look to your left-hand side. Another big open area that could be used for a base camp, and it has been for NBC's The Voice. On the left, you see Soundstage 34. Behind Stage 34, Soundstages 30 and 31, currently used for season 26 of The Voice. The show airs Monday and Tuesday nights with these great coaches: Reba McEntire, Gwen Stefani, Michael Bublé, and Snoop Dogg.
Hey, Studio Tour. It's your boy Snoop Dogg. Did you know that the Universal Backlot is home of The Voice? That's right. We tape right here on Stage 31. Don't miss our incredible new season every Monday and Tuesday on NBC.
Go during the silent days of movie making. 1923's The Hunchback of Notre Dame, 1925's The Phantom of the Opera. Both of these classic silent films star the legendary Lon Chaney. Now, this legacy of horror films and monster movies also began right here in our historic Little Europe. Welcome to Little Europe. Now, we did stretch our love for the horror films and the monster movies into the sound era. Two sound era films that opened way back in 1931. Well, they really helped put Universal Studios on the map. And those two movies are
I am Dracula.
Dracula Also, say we're just about halfway through the tour. How about that? Just going to remind everyone, please remain seated during the entire tour. Our studio is private property, and if at any time during the tour you drop your phone or you just cannot wait to use the restroom, pull the red cord to get my attention. I will be back to assist you as soon as it is safe to do so, but do remain seated. Now, you know we try to use every available inch on the studio lot for projects. Here we have Little Europe, the practical set house, and in front of us, Soundstage 50. Now, normally when the wigwag is on, that red light, that indicates active filming, and we get off our mics. But the only reason I'm not getting off the mic is because Soundstage 50 is brand new, state of the art. We get 100% soundproofing with Soundstage 50, and it's the only two-level soundstage in all of Hollywood. Our driver Jacob's been in communication with the production office for this project. He's trying to see if they take a break, we might be able to sneak you in for a look on the lower level. Okay, it looks like we got permission. That's pretty cool. Now, there has been active filming here, as I've mentioned. When we go inside, look to your left, you'll see the production schedule on a board. The name of the project that's been working here, Ticket Machine Heist. Now, this lower level is a subway station set. Check out the detail. This set is also called a hot set. That means it's fully dressed, ready for filming. For production to begin, director yells out places, right on the set, rolling, and action. Okay, just a slight Southern California tremor. We get those a lot out here. We have absolutely nothing at all to worry about. Well, you just survived earthquake. The big one. This attraction originally opened 35 years ago, 1989. Just reopened this past spring for our 60th anniversary. And we did a complete Hollywood makeover, updating the props, all that filmmaking equipment. And we brought that set into the 21st century. This attraction inspired by the 1974 Universal film, Earthquake, starring Charlton Heston. Earthquake, the film, celebrating its 50th anniversary later this year, November 15th. Now, a month after Earthquake opened in theaters, we were going to open an even more thrilling movie, but this other movie had a lot of delays. Not till summer 1975 did moviegoers visit Amity Island, small New England town terrorized by the shark in one of our biggest hits ever, Steven Spielberg's Jaws. Now, our Amity Island once a year gets drained so they can check to make sure all of the mechanicals are working. It's Coming up on the right, get your cameras out. This is a really behind the scenes look at our Amity Island. I bet you never knew so much goes on underneath the water if you've been here before. Believe it or not, Jaws, the movie, celebrating its 50th anniversary next year. Hard to believe. Next year, 50 years ago, the movie filmed on location on the eastern part of the United States near the Martha's Vineyard area. Remember, the movie takes place over 4th of July, holiday weekend. So looking at the structures, they're decorated for the 4th of July. It would be hot sets, fully dressed, ready for filming. Now, you also might recognize the area as Cabot Cove, Maine. From the late, great Angela Lansbury's hit CBS show, Murder, She Wrote, which had a very successful 12-year run as a series on television. Now, on the backlot, we try to use every available inch on the studio lot for projects. So we are now headed through the East Coast, but we're not going to be here much longer. We are going to go through a breezeway, take a turn, head to Old Mexico. There's something very special at Old Mexico. Here to tell us a little bit more about it is today co-host and weather anchor, Mr. Al Roker.
Time for my favorite part of the tour, weather. When it comes to film and TV, it is truly
All kinds of
a
connection
special
time, everyone.
In fact, we demonstrate how weather effects are created. We debuted our first major attraction here on the studio tour way
Wow.
back in 1968.